This is day 2 of your Astrological Advent Calendar. I am Lindsay, and this morning there was this beautiful blanket of fog in the valley. It just covered it so perfectly, and I was in awe. I was in this reverie because I was imagining that it was snow, and it does not snow here. So I was just having this kind of beautiful little imaginary moment of thinking, wow, this is what it would look like if it was snowy. And then I was broken out of this reverie by a cacophony, a symphony of machines. So it was a chainsaw accompanied by a leaf blower and a wood chipper. My neighbor across the street, he has all these very old bougainvillea. They're at least 30, 40 years old. And it's this really big, beautiful plant, but it has thorns on it and it grows really wild and unruly. It takes a lot of effort to manage it. And he's done with them. I was just thinking to myself, wow, this is so Mars. Mars is the planet in our astrology that cuts something away. The will of my neighbor to enact the annihilation, the war on the bougainvillea, that was Mars too. And so I was just thinking about malefics. Malefics, we talked about the benefics yesterday. The malefics tell another story. The malefics are Mars and Saturn. And we're going to narrow in on Mars today because Mars is in Sagittarius with a bunch of other planets. There's a party going on. Malefics bring us experiences that we don't want to hang out in. We do not want to hang out in Mars very long, oftentimes, and we don't want to hang out in Saturn stuff very often, especially when it's more negative. And why are they there? Because they have to be. The malefics have to balance the benefics. Something has to account for those challenging experiences we have. And what is interesting about that is that nothing is black and white with astrology, because malefics, what they bring to us is action, especially Mars is that active principle that makes you do something. If we hang around too long in the benefic zone, we get into the 7 sins. That's the dark side of the benefics. They're things we like a lot, and we'll just hang out there, and it's not really good for us. Back to Mars. Where is it during the month of December? Mars is in Sagittarius. And I said before, it's a party zone. Why? Because Venus is there. She just entered December 1st. Mars has been there for a bit. The sun is there until December 21st. Then we're going to get Mercury. It will arrive there on December 11th. So what we're saying here is that there's an area of life that's being really filled up with Sagittarian energy. So if you're thinking, well, why do I need to know about Sagittarius? I'm not a Sagittarius. I don't have planets in Sagittarius. You have a part of your life, all of us do, in our natal chart. There's 12 different houses in a whole sign chart, and they're ruled by one of the 12 zodiac signs. So 1/12 of your entire life is ruled by Sagittarius. Wherever that is for you depends on your rising sign. I'll put something in the description below so you can look to see what your rising sign is and see where this energy is coming through for you. But that is important to know because there's some inspiration coming through. Sagittarius also has a ruler, and who is it? Ding, ding, dings. Jupiter in Cancer, which is family, which is memory, which is nostalgic, which is benefic and optimistic about those things. Looking back, and I think doing some recursive work. What do you need to heal up? Jupiter's there. Jupiter's the big helper of our solar system, helps us out. And so Sagittarius is not an emotional space at all. It's a mutable fire sign. So it's more about, I got to go, I got to do things, I got to learn, I got to explore. This is a whole big world. I got to get these horse feet moving, run fast. It's bringing a little bit of an emotional level to it that it doesn't normally have because of the ruler being Jupiter in Cancer. Jupiter's also linked in a trine to Saturn. That has been ongoing for a while here. And Saturn is also in a water sign. So even when those planets, all of them are going to be moving into Capricorn at some point in December, except for Mercury moves in January, they're going to be moving into Saturn ruled sign, and Saturn is still in a water sign as well. So we're not getting away from the emotions. Saturn and Jupiter being almost like family. That's what a trine is. It's like a ride or die. I got you no matter what. You need it? I'll come in the middle of the night. I'll be there. So that's what a trine is. So that's how they are reacting to each other right now. Very, very supportive. And so that helps. Saturn can bring some structure to the dream. What I want you to think about, though, is the Sagittarian concept of some part of our life that's getting direction, movement, inspiration, seeking. There's a quest that needs to happen. It's really good timing for the change of the year. A quest requires some sort of sacrifice. When you go on a quest, you have to leave home. That's where hero's journey, Sagittarian area of your life. You're exploring new lands. It's going to expand your mind, expand your experience in life. It's going to expand you as a human being. And that's very positive. But you also have to sacrifice something to do it, your time, your money, your energy, whatever. So make it worth it. Make it worth it. Really take some time to think about it. What do you want to explore in the next year? And what touches your heart? What makes you feel beautiful? What makes you feel active? What makes you, all of those things will come together if you align with that energy. And take the benefit of Mars. Use it more of like a pruning. Mars in Sagittarius is in a neutral space, so it doesn't have dignity or any problems or anything. It's just kind of neutral. But I feel like Mars wants to go and Sagittarius wants to go. Right now, I think it's a good time to find the action that you want to quest for. And then when it moves into Capricorn, we're gonna enact the strategy and make it happen. The story I want to connect us to is actually two Joni Mitchell songs. Both are winter related. One is a specific Christmas song. It's called River. River is the song I was thinking about this morning when I was looking out at the fake snow, because the lyric is, "It don't snow here, it stays pretty green." So that was just personal. But then also with the plants being destroyed and that whole area that I've seen my whole time living here just naked, it made me think of the Urge for Going. Urge for Going has really nice lyrics. It's about winter. And so she was living in Detroit and she just moved from Saskatchewan. So it was even colder where she was. And she just felt winter coming in. And she wanted to go to California or somewhere warm, which is interesting because she ended up there. And then she wrote about river, wishing she had a river she could skate away on. So I'm like, what do you want, girl? You want it winter or you want it summer? What do you want? Anyway, Urge for Going. I want to read you a little bit of the lyrics. "I awoke today and found the frost perched on the town. It hovered in a frozen sky, then it gobbled summer down. When the sun turns traitor cold and all the trees are shivering in a naked row, I get the urge for going, but I never seem to go. I get the urge for going when the meadow grass is turning brown, summertime is falling down, and the winter is closing in." Next, we have our little Advent calendar, baby Christmas crystals. This one hopefully will be easier to determine what it is. All right, let's see. Number 2. Oh, yeah, this one's easier. Okay, it's a little pinkish stone with some clear crystal quartz there. And yeah, easy to figure this one out. It's called a Nanhong agate. I have never heard of that before. Nanhong agate. Grounding and energizing. A boost for motivation and inner strength. That's so perfect. Mars and Sagittarius, a boost for motivation and inner strength. That's the Jupiter in Cancer ruling that Mars in Sag. Very nice. Very nicely done, Nanhong agate. Until tomorrow. The journal prompt. You could do, what is my quest for 2026? And then just stream of consciousness, write a list of all the things that come out of your mind. And second, you could write about a time when you had an urge for going and which way it went. And think about those experiences in your life where you have been challenged and feel limited and how it feels when you are unlimited. That's kind of where we're aiming our arrow today. For the grab bag section, I wanted to share something with you that made me laugh today. This is a guy I've watched from time to time. He's a shorts creator on YouTube. He's pretty funny. And he likes to take old shows, old movies, TV shows and stuff and retell the story. So he did Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the stop action one. And it was so funny with the way what he said about the nose. So I'm going to put that little clip in right here.
I just rewatched Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and we need to discuss this. Rudolph is excluded from his friends and his family because he has a red nose. That is not what's going on here. It makes a terrible noise. Like, who cares if it's red? You need to get that fixed.
I never noticed it before, but now that he mentioned it, it's like, it's horrible. So yeah, that's all for today. I like you just the way you are. I hope to see you tomorrow for day number 3. Okay.